Hi, everyone. This is the afternoon sessions of the Social Innovation and Global Ethics Forum, 10th edition. Already, like so many years to share and have, amazing speakers, change makers. We are now starting a session which is paramount, in particular in present time, which is dedicated to women and how women are playing and can play a role for shaping the world of tomorrow. Woman empowerment is not just like a marketing gimmick. This is like the most essential solution that is like at reach and at hand to make sure we are capable to build new solution, new ways, new model, new governance, new policies that will be more inclusive and will left no one behind. So today I'm very happy to be joined by three amazing change makers in the person of Teuta. Teuta is a woman that is in business, an entrepreneur, a woman that has dedicated, like a passion for finance and to bring finance in a way which will be able to support clean tech and new ways to have sustainable solutions around the planet. I'm as well, very pleased to be joined by Amina. Amina is joining us from Kazakhstan, and Amina is an unbelievable woman. She has a path of doctor in medicine, and she is, like someone that has helped cured many people in her geographies, localities, but as well internationally. And she's now dedicating and putting her expertise and passion into new type of medicine, which are about leveraging nature and nature, like plants and all types of natural logi to make sure that this can be supportive for a more harmonious balance in people's life. As well, I'm very pleased to be joined by Valentina. Valentina was last year speaking with us and sharing in a very passionate panel on women that I encourage you, like to look at. It was the SIGEF June session. And Valentina is an entrepreneur. She is a woman that has many passions in fashion, in social media, and in philanthropy, to name a few. And all of that, she put that to the service of people. And at the present time, it is very important to bring messages of hope, but as well concrete steps, concrete solutions that you guys can be able, like to use and leverage in your day-to-day. And that is, like things that women, young girls will be able as well maybe to leverage in their past for being social entrepreneurs. So let's get started first. And the first question will be about where is coming from your inspiration? Where is coming from the energy for you to stand as a woman, as a leader, as a change maker? So I will first start with Teuta. Teuta, where your passion is coming from?
Well, well, I must admit I have a very unorthodox background. I'm sure you probably worked that out from my funny name, funny accent. So as a Kosovar Albanian refugee, I fled to UK when I was very young and then really had to start from scratch. So the story is basically from fish and chips to City of London boardroom. But as you say, that passion is really just kind of waking up every morning and just knowing that nothing is impossible. And now that obviously I have quite a story to share, because it's been a quite challenging 20, 30 years, I'm showing off my age now, it's something which you build scars on your back that I want to give back. Because after all, I'm not just a woman in finance, I'm an accountant, but I'm also a mother. I have 2 teenage daughters. So really kind of looking at the young generation, how do we all give back?
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Teuta. Thank you for being with us. Valentina, where is the origin of the DNA of your passion?
My passion is inside my blood. So everything I do with passion. If it's fashion, if it's travel, if it's wellness, if it's philanthropy, everything is done with passion. I think this is the key to do something well. that give the better result.
We look forward sharing and learning and getting all that passion, like in the session and forward. Thank you, Valentina. Amina, where did it started? You have accomplished so much, and this is only the beginning. We had, like many exchange on your products and technology that you have developed and knowledge. So where this is coming from? What was the inspiration behind, like the great empowering woman that you are?
I'm lucky. I love my job. Today I'm realizing all my dreams come true. 50 years ago, as a child, I played in the hospital. I treated my dolls. Behind me was example of my aunt and uncle who devoted all their life to medicine. As a child, I spent a lot of time in nature, in mountain, and my love to nature manifested today in my job. I'm a clinical aromatherapist. 15 years ago, I created the way for rejuvenation of the skin by using growth factors. It was only science. Today, I cooperate with US company, Steam Medical, which is producing this product of high quality for my clinic. All things today are connected in my life. My children's dream, my hobbies, my professional skills. I love people, and every day I connect with many people, and all these things give me high vibration, what we call inspiration. And every day I'm working with magic things with essence oil. So I don't need to go far for my inspiration. There is around me every day. Just I need to notice it.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we like it. We want to experience.
She's really passionate of what she do.
We want to feel the magic of Kazakhstan and you. It is
welcome.
This is great. And by the way, we had the pleasure to have a SIGEF during the expo, the 2017 expo in Astana.
Yes,
and it was great success for people in Kazakhstan and people in Central Asia. What has been achieved during that occasion was really spectacular. So let me go now to Valentina. Valentina, this year, 2020, was usually a challenge, and for many, maybe even a reset. We have, to find both passion, but as well be able to generate something that can help to cover the cost of living. So you are an entrepreneur. What is your present activities, and what can be the learning lesson of what you are doing at the moment that some of our people in the audience, some of the young girls, young women could maybe use for women empowerment?
So thank you, Jonathan, for having me again for the second time at this beautiful international conference. Before to start to say what I'm doing right now, I want to do one step back and explain what I was doing before, because we are speaking that now everything is a change. Change is the key of what we are doing, also of the presentation I prepare for you today. So let's do one step back. Before, 10 years ago, I started as a fashion blogger. So I started to follow every single event around the globe, from Milano to New York, from New York to London, from London to Paris, attending every single fashion event. And I was very happy, and I was very satisfied, and it gave me a lot of energy I was, and I'm still passionate of what I'm doing. So, but at the end, this fashion, it was considered as a superficial and materialistic world. So after 5-6 years of this, I start to feel that something was missing inside myself. So 5 years ago, I opened a charity association. It's called Vita, and I started to do volunteering in Nepal. I built an orphanage, and this was a good balance of fashion and charity with volunteer. So I found my very good balance with two things that both of them I was very passionate. Then during the pandemic, once something else. 3 years ago, I started to create my own fashion collection as well, and make presentation, fashion show, and events in different cities in Europe. But then during the pandemic, the factory is closed. Fashion was not the priority, and is still not the priority at the moment. So I have to think and say, what can I do? Something new, so make a change, but at the same time, something that I like, because I had the time to meditate a lot and to understand what really I like and what really make me happy. So I'm very happy to have Amina here, and of course Teuta. And during this period of pandemic, I start to do digital class to learn skincare. And I have a coach, I have a teacher in Paris. She teach me so many things about skincare. And I start to take care of myself. Something that in the past, I never did before. I was too much stressed about events and parties and travel around the globe, that I didn't find the time to really take care of myself, the skin, and also the health. So for many people, this pandemic was a period of crisis, of darkness, but for me, it was a way to reborn again. So it was a time of light. I see new opportunities, and I feel more happy and more healthy than before. As an influencer, I work with social media. So I start to explain with my audience through photos or video or story the change that happened inside me. So that I change the lifestyle. My outfit is a little bit less fashionable than before, but I try to explain, the new values, that what is the most important is to be healthy and to be happy. So I try to explain to my audience to try to think what they want to do. And I prepare here a little schema before to start this conference to explain everything step by step. And sometimes what we want is not what we need. So also we have to understand, sometimes we want something, but it's not what really our body, our soul is needed. So if you meditate, if you start to do introspection, you will find a new answer, new solution. And something that I try to explain also to my audience that have a different age. So the target is very big, starting from a teenager from 15 and 16 years old up to more mature people from 16, 17. So I have to speak in a way that all the audience, all the target can understand me. And I try to also since my audience is international, not everybody speaks in English. So I speak in English, in French, and in Italian as well. So more people, they can have my opinion and my experience of life. So what I try to teach is to find the good balance to feel good with yourself, with your job, with your family, with your lovers, with your friends. And I made here a little design, a little schema. I don't know if you can see very well. Well, I design a balance, and I put, of course, you know, life is always made by up and down, up and down. But when you feel a good balance of with who you are, with who you're living, in the environment that you are living, then you are happy. So I put here in the first design, the balance is not straight, but it's like this. So I put, for example, a woman or a man have a very, very good job, and he or she make a lot of money. But then she or he is not happy because the work he's doing is not what really he or she like. She have, for example, let's speak about she. She have no time.
She has no time to.
Little interruption.
Yeah. So she has no time. She has no time to.
No time for the family, no time for the fitness, wellness, for herself, for holidays. So you have to understand what is the most important value in life. So if you try to do the opposite and make the opposite balance like this, and make, okay, now the balance is the opposite side, you have a different job that maybe at the beginning you do less money, but the quality of your life is much better. So start to find something that really, really you like in life and work for this. For example, fashion, skincare, finance. Do something that you are really passionate about, because if you do with passion, then also you can have an answer in the economical and financial way. You know, you can start to learn money. And even if the quantity of the revenue that you have is less, but then the quality of your life is better. So I think this is the better way to live. This is my opinion. I don't know if you agree with me, and let me know your opinion.
Thank you for sharing your thought on that. I think it's very concrete. It's very achievable. You know, everyone can extract from your thoughts, you know, like something important. I would like to go now to Teuta. Teuta, you have been, you know, like doing and conducting transactions around the planet. You have been and you are still in many boards and many meetings. So what's going on now in your passion, and what are your projects, you know, to make a difference at the moment?
It's interesting because listening to Valentina, I'm just thinking, wow, it was like holding a mirror to my life. And again, I'm only speaking from lessons learned, because I guess you're trying so hard to compensate and to fit in, and because you have this unorthodox background, you're trying harder than all your peers. You feel privileged, but equally you're always balancing this imposter syndrome. You feel like you don't deserve it, that you were going to be caught out, etc. It's just everything you said just made me reflect on my past, because I was this crazy city woman who used to work at least 16-hour days, living out of a suitcase. I only saw my kids, sadly, at weekends. And I thought I was doing the right thing, because obviously you're doing everything you can because you're a first generation in the new country, and you want to provide the best for them, the best education again, and the lifestyle. But in the meantime, yes, you look back 30 years later, you say, wow, you know. So sustainability runs through everything. It's, again, lessons learned. I don't know if I would do things differently, but it's really something which I'm so passionate about, because when I see my children or the young generation who I've been coaching, mentoring for many years, I do try to remind everybody of exactly what you described, Valentina. And exactly, going back, is how do we measure success? What does success look like, feels like? And does that mean something which we're preconditioned with because society have actually given us those conditions? Or is it something that we will eventually be true to ourselves and say, actually, this is what matters to me, and this is how I will contribute to the world? So I don't know, maybe we're going very philosophical, and I don't know if we're still sticking to the SDG 5. But if I was going back to actually I guess the topic, for me, the two key areas of how do we achieve the gender equality is back to education and finance, because we need human capital, upscaling education, as well as obviously the funding to support the growth.
Thank you, Teuta. Thank you very much for sharing your insight and thought on that. I turn myself now to Amina. Amina, so basically, you have some projects going on, and right now you are currently devoting your expertise and time in lifespan expansion, and extension, the higher quality of life. Could you share with us, what are your projects at the moment to support this life extension or better quality during the lifetime we have?
Yes, I'm glad to notice just a moment. We are 3 women from different countries, and we are saying about one thing, yes, about best changes in our life in the world. And my current project depends from all my life. I used to be a classical doctor 30 years ago. I prescribed regular pharmacy drugs and pills to my patient. But today I'm not agree with the standards of classical medicine. And nowadays people get sick, and most frequently words what we hear are COVID, vaccination. One small virus showed everybody the powerlessness of chemistry over the nature. Classical doctor give you pill and you will better for a week. But they don't work with the reason of these symptoms. So today my point of view is don't do that. Don't do that. Modern anti-age medicine give us recipes which used great philosopher and doctor in 20th century, Avicenna. Here they are. Your lifestyle, your food, your physical activity, your social activity. And I would like to add one important thing, love. Are you agree?
Yes, I'm in love with you.
And last spring, my French patient, successful young man, came to me with a proposal to create some product for helping people being healthy. And we worked for 9 months online together. So my daughter, in joke, named this project my digital baby. I called it my new project Belle Santé. In French, it means a beautiful health. Today, it is the 100 natural herbal and plant combination in one box, which gently but effective works with your detox system. And finally, great effect is the rejuvenation and smart, effective work of your brain. The main goal of anti-age therapy today is to save health of our brain. It's very, very important. And I see in my patient and in my private experience for many years, this product give the main results, and your mind become sharp. In this condition, everybody can be more active, more energy, more effective in your work. It helps to improve your relationship with your family, with loved ones. My goal today is developing of medicine of prevention in Kazakhstan, and my friend partner, this young businessman, develops the promotion of this product in Europe. And every day I do little things with great love for people.
Thank you, Amina. Thank you very much for this energy you are putting with your creativity and knowledge to build some solutions for health that are natural and that are, really complementing what exists already, and what exists already probably is lacking, like definition of naturopathy. So thank you very much for sharing that message, as well as the love message. That
thank you for possibility to share with my experience.
Yes, it's our pleasure. I turn myself to Teuta now. Teuta, you are a veteran, as we say, in financial industry, but now you are as well passionate in the new world of finance and digital assets. Could you tell us more about that? What's going on? That should we go there? What is right?
I think we're changing the theme completely. No, I guess, of course, I'd love to talk about that, but going back to actually doing what's passion, ultimately, what is your passion? And I guess I also feel like, we're bringing everything together, because I can still enjoy and celebrate being a mother, as well as enjoy and celebrate what I've achieved in the finance world, but equally go back to my passion, because genuinely sustainability and doing good, it's something which I've always kind of tried to do. And I've been mentoring and coaching for a very long time. I've been involved in very early initiatives back with Sherry Blair Foundation, empowering women in Africa and young entrepreneurs. So again, I'm linking back to what actually runs through the theme. How do we continue with our passion? Because we all have days when we feel like we're completely useless. We haven't been able to achieve anything. And again, because we set different bars. So now, working through clean tech, I feel like I'm bringing everything together, because it's my knowledge, experience, obviously my network, and it's the trust. Because you cannot just, I don't believe you can just turn up one day and expect things to happen overnight. It's actually the seeds we plant all along, and it's all lessons learned, and being able to connect with like-minded people, passionate people that you share same core values. That's really what brings, I guess, ultimately the outcome we're all looking for.
Very good, very good. And more specifically, like to putting this technology, like for betterment of humanity, with leveraging of what we call blockchain or digital assets.
Exactly. Again, I'm trying not to be too technical, not to bore everyone in this session. However, but yes, basically marrying up all the skill sets, because I'm the old school city person with all the traditional kind of finance experience. But equally, I feel like a bridge now to be able to really be open-minded and reinvent myself, and also be able to contribute in the new digital economy. And although after 27 years, I've moved to Malta 4 years ago, I feel really blessed, because I'm in a place which is beautiful in terms of the spirituality, and an enchanted island, but equally an island who is proudly known as a digital transformation island. So being able to bring my experience, knowledge, as well as learn from all the young entrepreneurs, it's just been really, really a fantastic opportunity.
Very good. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Valentina, if we if we are looking at your project now, what are your current projects, and how those projects are, being able to prolong your passion and make, impact around you and maybe around the world. You are on mute, Martina, so if you can unmute yourself. No, we don't hear you. We don't hear you. If you can unmute yourself. Valentina, yes. Now we can hear you. Yes, Valentina, go ahead.
Sound?
Yes.
Okay. So you asked me what are my current projects.
Exactly.
I have several projects. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I have several projects, and since 1 year now, I start to be more sensitive about the global pollution, especially in the water. I did 2-3 interviews of women that she care about sharing more knowledge about microplastic pollution in the ocean. So I start to write down a documentary that I want to do, and is to go to North Pole expedition with a group of team, also with scientific and also with international influencer around the world, to come to this expedition and to analyze the water and the ice to see how much microplastic pollution there is. I think nowadays, as an influencer, is very important not to speak about, fashion trend, but more about social cause. So we need to be more responsible.
Yes, responsible.
We need to be more responsive of what we are doing. Every action is something that that can make a change. And beside that, I also realize another value for me that it is and it was always very important is nature. So I realize at this moment that every time I'm in the contact with the nature, walk in the forest, I feel very good. And also what Amina said before, what we are eating is very important of our health. So a second project I'm working about is to build a very big, not very big, I don't know how big is exactly, but about 2 hectares, then it can be small or big, it depends of proportion, but 2 hectares of biological fruits and vegetables and educational farm. So I will build this farm, and the mission of this is, of course, to have fresh milk and everything, but also educate younger generation to come and visit how we can make biological agriculture and all this. And as a woman, I'm not a mother yet, even if I have 2 babies dog and 30 orphans in Nepal. But I'm thinking how we will be the future of the new generation, how the children, they grow up. So I think it's very important to them to teach how it's important to be connected with nature and respect the nature as well. And then I also make another little design in my paper here, and it's a funny, cute metaphor. As human, we have leg, so we can walk, we can move either by walk, by car, by train, by plane. So we are very lucky because if we don't like something, if we don't like a place, if we don't like where we live or with who we are, we can change. We can change country, we can change friends, we can change partner. And then I think about a tree or a plant. A plant have the racine in the land. You know, racine, I don't know in English.
Roots.
Well, I say in French. The plant have the racine in the land. So the plant, she cannot choose to move somewhere. When a tree is born in Switzerland, it stays in Switzerland. Unless, okay, you are a gardener and you take it and you with human help, you move it. But a plant himself, it can move. So this, why I'm speaking about this, I go to the focus, to the mission of this discussion, is that if a plant is not in a good environment, because also the global warming, the climate change, and if this plant, she was used to receive a lot of water, and then the climate changed and it became very arid, a lot of sun, no more water, there is two solutions for this plant. Either the plant die, or either the plant adapt to the new land. So us, as a human, we have the opportunity and the possibility to move in different places around the world. But we also have to learn how to adapt in a new situation. If I observe people around me, people are not happy about what's going on in this world. I'm very happy to speak with two beautiful and passionate women as you, but not everybody is happy and passionate like us. They are living a moment of difficulties, and I spoke not long time ago with one person, and she said to me, you know, I have enough of financial money to wait at home 1 more year and start, I hope, to start again my job next year. But my opinion, you don't have to wait at home in your sofa, but you have to start to act now to build the future you want. And when I speak about adaptation, it doesn't mean that you have to accept in a passive way what is going on in the world, but adapt is mean, okay, the situation is like this. I cannot change the situation around me. I change myself. I don't know if I explained very well the meaning.
You explain very well, but more than that, you convey energy and the profoundness of your thoughts. I think it's adaptability. We are living an adaptability opportunity or an adaptability shock, and this is, you know, like a great moment for humanity to. It's a path. It's a cross path. It's a moment where we have to choose which future we want to build. Like you say, generally waiting, as you mentioned, waiting will just bring, you know, like more pain and more challenge. We cannot wait. That's why people are trying things. Some of them, at least, we are trying to develop vaccine. We are trying to do this. We are trying to do that. We are trying. So at least we try some things, and hopefully we can make it better. That's what I think is the key takeaway message of your intervention. And thank you for that, Valentina. It's very important, very true. Thank you very much. If I turn myself to Teuta, Teuta, so if we have, you know, a message to share with women around the world that are listening to us, what would be the message you would like to share with them that can give them the extra confidence to become themselves, their deep selves, like you are?
I'm definitely not there yet. I recognize it's a journey, not a destination. Maybe not something I would have thought a few years ago, because you're always kind of in this chase. But going back to even what Valentina just said now, when she said from fashion, she's doing other things. I would go back on that and said, even fashion is actually a really, really important industry. We need to look at everything holistically, because every industry has still an opportunity to transition, because we need to measure the impact, we need to measure the carbon, because that's another thing which is absolutely necessary at this point in time, to see how can we raise awareness and how can we transition these businesses so we actually create new opportunities. And again, agriculture, for example, you mentioned, again, I'm working with some very, very serious players in US on the regenerative agriculture, and looking at other opportunities and how do we leverage best practice around the world, and how do we actually measure the impact. So Karen Wilson, when she spoke earlier in your sessions, that's what I'm saying, I'm resonating with all the speakers you had earlier today. There is nothing which is too big or too small. It's about connecting everyone and just really driving the united agenda.
Thank you, Teuta, for.
And again, going back to just never losing that enchanted kind of view of the world, because yes, of course it's hard, and at the moment with COVID, we all kind of feel our own frustrations, but ultimately, no, it's kind of, there's still loads of opportunities for doing the right thing and never to give up.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We shall not give up. We shall not. Amina, if we are coming back to you, and if we can unmute Amina, or Amina, if you can unmute yourself. My question, yes, my question for Amina is, Amina, you have been and you are very involved in philanthropy and associations, social causes in Kazakhstan for supporting women. And a lot has been as well said, by Valentina on supporting child and children that are, in challenging situation, which you are doing as well in that regards. You are very active to building and helping to shape the future of women in Kazakhstan and in Central Asia in that regards, through the examples of and many other women. What would be your message for the women listening to us and the citizens around the world as well, whatever the gender, that are listening to us? What would be the message of hope you could share with us?
We live in a men's world today. Are you agree? For 100 years, the situation the same. And the role of women in the world, in the social world, varies from country to country. Yes, and I am Oriental woman. Oriental woman is more domestic. The main goal of Oriental woman is keeping your house health. But in independent Kazakhstan, last years, some women entered to the political arena, but in the same time, this woman need to be a mother, a wife, daughter-in-law, without break. It is very, very different way. But today, I think the energy of the world is changing. The situation in the world is changing. And I think only a woman with your natural energy, with woman's love, can create today's house into some order. And I see each woman, which woman like миротворец. like a volunteer in the world, around your family, around your loved ones, in warm house where your man wants to return every day after any work. He can be the president or driver any work, and in this situation, only woman can change this heavy situation in the world into new comfortable order. And so if the situation will be in each house, in each country, in we will want to live in this peace, and everybody will be healthy and happy without war, without medicine, without vaccine. Only a woman can do it with your great energy, great woman energy. After all, only a woman can give birth to a child. Man can't. Only woman is созидательница, как сказать? Creator, great creator. Without politics, without war.
Thank you very much, Amina. Thank you very much. Yes, if life has made woman the creator, main contributor in life, it means something, you know. And when life is at risk, we should probably look at that principle, which is, you know, like women are the guardian of life.
Yes.
So it's there, it's clear, it's in front of us. So we will all encourage, you know, like everyone and the other, you know, like gender, men around the world, when it's possible, when it makes sense. Let's try our best to include and open the doors for women. And similarly, women has to open the door to other women when it's possible. This is about, you know, like just rebalancing the equation. You know, the equation is not balanced. It's not balanced. We know that.
Yes.
So it's not balanced for more than 2 millennium. You know, more than 2 millennium of history.
Today is new time in the earth.
Exactly.
And
however, I will always say it's the female energy attributes. So it's not always necessarily gender driven. I have many male friends who have those attributes, and we should celebrate the attributes rather than the gender. So I just want to be kind of clear on that one, because ultimately it's the contribution we make, not the physical body gender we're in.
Of course, it's a very important point.
I'm sure between you and I, we have completely opposite attributes, Jonathan. So that's what I'm trying to say, that you just have this nurturing character. And going back to also saying that between women, it's, again, everything I've achieved in my career, it's because I've been really, truly blessed to have women along the way who spotted me, who helped me out. And even in the city, when we had very, very difficult and challenging kind of finance, competitive environments, it's another woman, another mother that you would just escape, have a quick coffee, and actually rebalance yourself and be able to put a brave face on and keep going. And that's why I live by Madeleine Albright's quote, "There's a special hell in place for women who do not help other women." So I invite you all to share and support each other.
Thank you, Teuta. Thank you very much. Valentina, we like to see your eyes sparkling when Amina was speaking and Teuta speaking. I see your eyes sparkling It's like there is maybe something in that equation. You should draw that. The sparkling of your eyes.
It must be the lighting. It must be the lighting.
It's very much giving hope. So Valentina, what are your thoughts for the people from around the world that will be listening to us now and in the replay and going forward to the message, to the energy? What could you share with us? What would be that message for citizens of the world, for the values you stand for?
I didn't hear very well the questions. So before you repeat the questions, I would like to say something. It's very important, as you say before, to connect woman to woman and empower ourselves. But at the same time, we have to connect also for women to men, because if we collaborate together, it's better. And to connect positive people together, because when you are surrounded by positive mindset and open mind and passionate people, then I think you can grow faster. You can learn things more faster and good things as well. When you're surrounded by negative people, then they can also destroy your own energy. So it's very important to choose with who you interact. I would like to thank Jonathan and Oryu, this wonderful platform that connect good people all together.
Well, thank you, Valentina. Thank you very much. It's as we say, it's a long journey, but every step in the journey is a step supporting hope, and that's why we continue. That's why we try our best. It's not easy, but that's where you learn, like what means sacrifice. It's through sacrifice and commitment that we can achieve things in life, and that's why we are so happy, to be joined by people like you that are changing the world on a daily basis. Valentina, my question was, what is your message for girls, women, people, humans? If you have a message to share with them, what will be that message?
I didn't hear the last part.
What is
my message for women, children, everybody?
Yes. And everyone else,
A general message.
Yes.
But my message, it's first to really work on yourself, understand who you are and the purpose of your life. Everybody have a mission, a different mission. Amina, it's something about medical wellness. Teuta is more about financial. Me, it's more about fashion and philanthropy. Everybody have a mission, and we have to understand what it is. And if you go in the right direction, of course you can find obstacle, but if you are in the right direction, you will always find a way. If you're going in the wrong direction, maybe because you don't know, maybe because you didn't realize or analyze enough yourself, if you're going in the wrong direction, I think few accidents will appear in your life. Physical accident, healthy accident. And when this accident is in front of you, you have to change way. You have to change and understand and analyze that you were in the wrong direction and go for the correct one. I think that analyzing ourselves, analyzing what we are doing, and ask yourself. Sometimes I just, watch at the sky and I ask, please, I ask the universe, show me the way. Show me which is the good way.
Yes, the universe is there, and the stars as well, and life and spirituality This is a time for exploring all those aspects, all those dimensions. These challenges we are facing is an amazing opportunity for preserving life and from learning from life and from each other. So, Valentina, on those great and deep consults, I would like to thank all of you, Teuta, Amina, Valentina. I would like to thank you for what you are doing. And it will be our pleasure to continue the dialogue and the exchange going forward. Thank you for joining us today. And let's continue all to shape the future of tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, Amina. Thank you.